Barroso's possible departure stirs up tensions behind the scenes and sparks a race for a seat on Brazil's Supreme Federal Court. The possibility of Luís Roberto Barroso leaving the Supreme Federal Court after his term as Chief Justice ends in September of this year has been stirring up political tensions in Brasília. If his departure materializes, President Lula could make his third appointment to the Supreme Federal Court this term, among the 11 justices who make up the court. Among the names being considered for the position are figures already mentioned in previous nominations. Attorney General Jorge Messias and Federal Court of Auditors Justice Bruno Dantas remain the favorites. Another name gaining traction is that of TCU President Vital do Rêgo, recognized for his work in monitoring the regularity of social benefits and for having reported the Lula administration's 2023 accounts, which were approved with reservations. Barroso, 67, is not required to retire now. The mandatory retirement occurs at 75, but he is reportedly dissatisfied with the political climate, especially after diplomatic tensions between Brazil and the United States. The Trump administration's suspension of visas for Alexander de Moraes' allies and family members has indirectly impacted his family, compounding the unease. Regardless of Barroso's decision, the presidency of the Supreme Federal Court, STF, will change leadership in September. Justice Edson Fashion will assume the position, with Alexander de Moraes as vice president. Fashion, known for his firm and progressive stance, has already been instrumental in landmark decisions, such as the annulment of Lula's convictions in the Lava Jato investigation and the vote against the thesis on a timeframe for indigenous lands. The climate, therefore, is one of intense political anticipation and activity, with government allies and members of the judiciary closely monitoring Barroso's next steps and the possible selection of a new Supreme Court member.